Hey everybody, welcome back to Cookie Gaming. Today we're playing some more Disco Elysium. Now last time we continued our search for Ruby, which brought us right here to Feld Electrical. Now I sort of left us on a cliffhanger. I intended to go right in, but I was informed by a source, aka a commenter, that I'll soon reach a point of no return, that it might be a good idea to wrap up some of the loose ends we've accrued going through Martinez. So, that's what we're going to do today. And I think the first loose end we really have to wrap up is our club here. I want to finally successfully dance. I would like to make that happen. So, we've got a savoir-faire check, I believe.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Yes. 4. We've got a lot of bonuses to it.
Goodbye, officer.
So, what we need to do is boost our savoir-faire. We've got these sunglasses here. And we've also got our track pants on. I think these are our 2 savoir-faire boosting pieces of gear. And what we're going to do is put a nice point into savoir-faire. So, here we go. We don't have much leeway for this, so hopefully it works out. Alright. That's pretty high.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
That's, I mean, it's not incredible, but it's a pretty good percentage. So, finally, let's, no words, just dance.
You close your eyes
Yes.
and vacate your skull, leaving your brain to wonder, where did that little fluttering light go?
It took us a while to get here, but I knew we would succeed, folks.
Total darkness.
Oh.
You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal deep, vertebrate by vertebrate, through the unformed skulls of your mind.
Okay.
Here it will begin.
You had to know with Disco Elysium, it was gonna be more than just some dancing. Where did the church go?
Who fucking cares?
Oh my goodness. I'm a little scared.
Good. You should be.
Okay, where did the music go?
Oh, don't worry. The music's still there. It's you who is gone.
No, really, why can't I hear anything?
This is a pivotal moment. Try not to piss yourself.
Great, okay. Let's concentrate on hearing.
Nothing. Just the immaculate silence of your spinal fluid. Electrified.
Maybe we're just really connecting with our body through the art of dance. What was that about unformed skulls?
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Hello?
Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it,
What the hell?
waiting for its turn.
Okay, I did not expect a new character. The whole game, we've had our ancient reptilian brain and our limbic system. These have been the 2 voices personifying, I guess, our brain and body. And now we have our spinal cord piping up. What is going on?
To rule the world,
Who are you?
I am the spinal cord.
What is happening?
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
I mean, guys, you cannot give me the option bust a move and expect me not to take it. Of course we're gonna bust a move.
Foolhardy, do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000 years have passed. Or maybe you started spazzing out like 2 seconds ago.
Okay, this voice is sending me.
With your eyes still closed,
Hey.
the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso, is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics, somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachol. The wounds from the war you waged on your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn.
That's right, this is good for us.
As you open your eyes, you should scream, hyper, hyper. It seems appropriate.
I think Egghead would approve. Hyper, hyper.
You have become a flawless
Holy.
interlocking mechanism, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one called Eggheads.
Oh my God.
Entirely, rigidly, imbecilic, without pity or fear.
Oh my God, look at us boogie. Dude, we are jamming.
Free from self-awareness, no deliberation, only, and I mean only, execution.
Dude, we are jamming.
Oh my god! No way!
Yes way.
With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves for a second.
This is going on in the background of all of this. We are just absolutely jamming out. Yeah. That's right.
He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in violent enthusiasm.
This is great. Dance, pointed Andre. It's the law.
The young man immediately bounces up and down, then assumes the same dance pattern, embellishing it with some sort of waving motion.
This is great.
The authority of the law is clearly unquestionable.
Yeah, that's exactly right. This is the correct place to use our authority. Turn to a cell. What are you doing?
The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin, looking at you expectantly.
I'm to dance.
Basil, aren't you going to dance?
Thank you, Sona.
No, recording.
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention back to her own work.
I want both of y'all dancing. Kim, get in here.
What's going on here? Delinquents.
The lieutenant looks at you and the speed freaks grinding around in the church, a group of unhinged lunatics.
This is clearly a Code 31 emergency.
What? Of course I need Kim involved. Code 31. Code 31.
The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose. The lights reflect off his glasses. He's obviously having trouble adjusting to this new reality.
Too bad, Kim. This is the world you're living in, and you gotta get on board.
A Code 31 emergency? Really?
Yes, officer in need of assistance on the dance floor.
The lieutenant crosses his arms with a bemused look.
Come on, Kim.
What's happening?
What's happening? I'm not doing anything. The music made up its mind a long time ago. I'm just implementing.
Good for you. Rock on then.
I called you to dance.
What?
Oh. I like the +3 from Outrank him. Come on.
Who's the one in charge?
Yes!
You are.
That's exactly right. Can't believe it. Lieutenant, I'm only gonna pull rank on you one time, and that time is now.
Are you kidding me?
I assure you, I am not. Now get your groove on, Lieutenant.
Get my what on?
I said, get your goddamn groove on, boogie woogie.
Sheesh, okay. Okay, you psychopath. I see what you're doing there. It's jacked up footwork, plus is that Ubi folk dancing?
Nah, it's not Ubi folk. It's hardcore.
That's right, Egghead, it's hardcore.
Yeah. Whatever.
Ooh. You talk a big talk, Lieutenant. Let's see some moves.
Oh yeah? I did 15 years in the juvenile crime unit. I can do age inappropriate. Now, check this shit out.
Okay.
The lieutenant
Hey!
begins to heel kick the church floor with such intensity, it's reasonable to fear he'll kick a hole right through it, causing the floor to crack and the pillars to collapse, bringing the church roof down on all of you.
Oh my goodness, look at Kim go!
It doesn't look like you give a shit either.
That's exactly right. He's feeling the moment. Is there anything more I can do? I want to break the limit.
The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts.
Fine.
You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive will be a point of no return. Feels almost melancholy. Are you sure you have the entire posse along for this?
Together, where are you?
Here we go again. Hardcore filthy air. The sound above my head.
What now? The sound above your what?
Above my hair, man.
Okay, this is too imbecile. Excuse me.
Really? Well, I mean, fuck it, right?
On the coast of the Martinez Inlet, in a small weather-beaten stave church built 380 years ago by settlers from the Occident, most likely to guard against an anomaly at its center, an officer of the RCM is contorting his body into idiotically rigid shapes as he invents the future of dance music. It's the hardest anyone has ever danced.
This is incredible. I love the game. It takes you through these slow, introspective moments, then into the most insane thing you've seen in your entire life, and then right back. What is this strange feeling? Bring it down a notch. All right. I'm saying that to myself. What is this strange feeling I keep having? This cold, even now. And we felt this strange cold feeling at many moments.
I am la Revacholière.
Yeah. I always love hearing the embodiment of Revachol, who we've heard a couple of times now.
I am the city.
How are you talking to me?
The modulations of my voice are noted down with thermometers and barometers. You feel me in your nostrils, on the little hairs on the back of your neck.
We are truly one with our city.
I also reside in your lungs and vestigial organs. Everywhere there is space.
It's crazy that this is happening now. What do you mean you are the city?
I am a fragment of the world spirit, the genius Loki of Revachol. My heart is the wind corridor. The bottom of my air is red. I have 100,000 luminous arms. Come morning, I carry industrial dust and let it settle on tree leaves. I shake the dust from those leaves and onto your coat. I've seen you. I've seen you. I've seen you with her.
Oh.
And I've seen you without her. I've seen you on the crescent of the hill.
Are we currently in the valley? But who am I? And why are you talking to me?
You are an officer of the citizens' militia, Jaunt and Rebut. When you wear your coat, you wear my soul.
I like that.
You move through my streets freely, in motor carriages and on foot. You have access to the hidden places. You also circulate among those who are hidden. I need you. You can keep me on this earth. Be vigilant. I love you.
I love you too, Revachol. I love this vision of being an officer of the law. You know, we are not detached from the community. We are, part of the city. We are one with the city. We're part of this community. The streets of this city, that's the place we know the best. And we're getting this direct communication with this representation of Revachol itself.
An officer of the RCM is lying on the floor of a small church with his eyes rolled back and his tongue lolling out. Several others are standing around him. He slowly comes to.
I'm not surprised I passed out. This was great. I mean, that first section when we talked to our spinal cord, the dancing itself, and this whole dialogue with Revachol. Yeah, that was great. And I think I've said this before, but you know, playing my version of Harry here, I'm playing a communist version. I have no interest in, you know, fascism or ultranationalism or anything like that. But I feel like a true patriot of Revachol here. You know, the game has really got me to feel this real connection with the city itself, the people, you know, the community. I think that's a beautiful thing, you know? So I'm a big fan, I gotta say.
Had a good rest there?
Spoke to the city of Revachol.
Fuck yeah! I bet you did. Those were some advanced moves, man.
That's all great, but we should really get going. We spent enough time doing aerobic exercise for today.
Alright, fair enough. Hey, well, you know what? Even you got involved, Kim, which made me very happy. That was great.
You might be imagining it, but it feels like Egghead turned the volume down. Such is his respect.
Man! Now, man! Now,
Yeah, you can't believe what you just saw, huh?
now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like 1,000 people.
That'd be truly magical.
End of human development. Mission complete.
Right, ecstatic.
All right.
You're absolutely beat. Muscles relaxed and feet like noodles underneath.
Great.
Goodbye, officer.
Alrighty. I think that might be it for us here in the church. I'm gonna do one last round with everybody. See if anyone has something to say. Egghead? Huh? I don't think he wants to talk at all. That's fine.
Yes, what is it?
Nothing from Sona. Noid?
Yo, man. What's on your mind?
I don't know if we'll have anything else.
Dead body, spirit entered. What is there to talk of?
Did I not ask this before? You say all this as a carpenter yourself?
I don't say much anything as a carpenter anymore. They tried to make me into a reckoner and a leveler. Made me a bit manic, you know.
Yeah, I get that from you.
I regret the time I dedicated to that profession and that worker collective. I say things more as a member of the hardcore side dance community these days.
Understood.
The material knowledge is mega though. Guild shit. Teaches independence.
Alrighty.
Sure.
And let's see a cell who didn't want to dance. Come on. She nods to you with respect. That's right. I didn't take any thoughts associated with this. We'll see if the stained glass, which has hurt us so much.
Of humanism stands above you.
No.
A precious and complex.
I don't think we have any other figurines that we didn't have the first time. Alrighty. I think that's gonna be it for us in the church. You know, I would say building the club was a reward in itself, but that scene right there, that was a good reward for everything we went through. Securing the location, helping Sona, building the place, moving in the speed freaks, testing Sona's theory, all that stuff. I mean, frankly, doing all that was a reward in itself, but I was that scene was great. That was a nice reward. It's a good culmination to everything we did. Alright, I wanted to stop by Morell and Lena. Who the hell is that? Is that Gary? Who the hell is that?
Boy, am I ever so grateful to
It
you,
is.
officer. But I'm not the only one who wants to thank you.
Yeah, right. You've got a weird look. Also, in the image, your hair is brown, but it's completely gray here. Anyway, sorry, let's talk to Lena. Hello?
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now.
I knew it.
I mean, Kim, I wasn't hiding it that much.
I'm not surprised. It's already getting out of hand.
Well, in that case, sweetie, let me give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mesk in origin. The pin is an antique, quite special to the cryptozoological community.
Oh, well, thank you, Lena.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
Whoa.
You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
True. We gotta talk to Morell about that, but first, I'm gonna ask you, Lena. You never told me you seen the phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Oh, but I do.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
That's right.
That is a way bigger compliment than it sounds like.
Though I understood that. You know, Morell was a little skeptical. It's funny to say, as a cryptozoologist, but a little skeptical about our interests when we first met, but I think we proved ourselves.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
So this was quite a while ago.
She'd just started forming memories. Real memories. Not the billowy haze of infanthood.
What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it.
I mean, I've talked a little bit about, how it's unclear to me what exactly is real and not real in this world. Seems to me most of the cryptozoology stuff is probably bunk. But, there's room, I think, for it to be true. And what's being described here, and what we've heard from Morell, it doesn't sound particularly that crazy to me. I mean, in the real world, we have stick bugs, So a bug or a creature that disguises itself as a reed, as a defense mechanism, that doesn't sound that crazy.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Fair enough.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Thanks, Inland Empire. Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morell.
She told this story at parties to impress boys. I'm not sure if it would be that effective. However, she found the one boy who it would really impress. Morell.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
Right. This is sort of at the core, the root of their relationship.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing.
Well, I mean, we looked at those traps, and we didn't find evidence of the Insulindian phasmid, but we found evidence that something had been in there. So, I don't know. Could be.
If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
You were on a date?
Our first, yes.
First date. Its limbs are white?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Right. Nah, I don't think so. Well, do you think you imagined it?
How could she? Who imagines this? She didn't know about the phasmid. This is the main thing here, what makes it a confirmed sighting. She had no previous knowledge of the insect.
So she couldn't have made it up, or imagined it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really trying to prove something like this, and you can find evidence that multiple people who had no exposure to the idea of this phasmid independently witnessed it, and their descriptions are similar, they corroborate each other, then, that's some good evidence for the existence of this creature. Now, I don't know to what extent Morell actually has that, but, there's something maybe.
That's true, yes. I'm almost certain neither my mother nor my grandmother knew of it. It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, Lena, you trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
These two are quite the pair. Kim, what do you think of this?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
Be nice, Kim.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
Yeah, well, hey, I guess we'll see. I don't think the hunt for the Insulindian phasmid is over. Well, thanks for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud.
Right.
Anywhere.
Oh yeah, let's look at the pin that Lena gave us. Oh, it's a tie. I gotta take these glasses off because they're messing up my visual calculus. Well, unfortunately, I can't wear this. I don't actually know if I literally cannot take my necktie off at all. But that's the impression I got from the necktie. So I'm not even going to risk taking it off. But this is very nice. I shan't be wearing it, but it's a bolo tie held together by an antique clasp in the shape of a bird's skull. +1 Inland Empire and +1 Volition. Oh, that's interesting to me. The Inland Empire makes sense. That's the same thing my tie does. But +1 Volition? That's curious. Not what I would have expected. Alright, Morell.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has. But I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial. But inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
Alright, I'll tell you about him. Though I'm also interested to talk about Gary. He's a real piece of work. So I checked all the traps.
Good. Okay. And,
well, they were all empty. One of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Right. There's nothing in the trap. No locusts. Also no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
The empty trap was actually the one at your campsite? Maybe that factors into it somehow?
I definitely left that one stocked.
Something was in there. I don't know what.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Perhaps so?
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning.
Yeah.
You should correct them.
Of course, more clever.
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behove you to tread lightly.
Well, yeah, but also, hey, my character's a weird and wacky individual who believes in all sorts of stuff. So I don't know what the truth is. I don't know if it was the phasmid or not. I'm open to that possibility.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
But, I mean, this could also very easily not be the phasmid, and they could really be running on nothing.
Another trip to the reeds.
Shut up, Gary. Maybe I'll go for a sort of neutral. Are you sure you've exhausted all the alternative explanations?
Of course we have.
Wait, Morell. He may have a point. We have an obligation to rule out other hypotheses.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I don't believe it was the phasmid, but let's consider our options here.
You're right, dear. It's a fair point. But what other explanation could there be? Pardon me. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol is yours.
I feel like I should be an official cryptozoologist now.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure?
No.
What really happened?
I hope we'll find out.
Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft?
Gary!
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Okay, but Kim, we all know the side investigations are all going to converge on one big main investigation. It's all related. The club in the church, Ruby, the phasmid. I'm telling you, Kim, I'm not crazy.
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently.
Insulted Morell? I did not. But let's try for an alternative theory.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person.
Uh-oh.
Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too.
Uh-oh.
You should ask the red-headed boy, Cuno.
Oh, that's an alternative explanation. Though, that trap is pretty far from Cuno's usual hangout spot. I think it's possible a little hooligan named Cuno may have stolen the locusts.
A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bags?
I don't know, eat him. He's a real piece of work.
Oh, my dear Morell. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if something comes up.
Delinquents. My favorite.
Oh, poor Kim. We went to the club. Now, I think he had a good time. We got him dancing, though we did have to pull rank to get him to do it. He had to deal with delinquents there. Probably what he sees as crazies, cryptozoologists, and now delinquents again. Really Kim's least favorite type of people.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
I hope so.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
No one wants you around, Gary.
This is a slippery one. He may respect the law, but mostly wants to pass under the radar. You won't get a chance to talk after you walk out of here.
I was getting that vibe. Gary, he's got the whole bootlicker, like, oh, I love and respect the police. But he's hiding something that he doesn't want to tell us about. Okay, well, I'm going to at least try and get that check. I think it was a composure check, maybe?
He hasn't been particularly forthcoming before. He may well still be hiding something. After he's left, it's too late.
Damn. Well, I'm going to try, but this might be one we're going to miss, unfortunately.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere.
Shut up, Gary.
There's some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
Okay, now I'm a full believer in the phasmid, because Gary's opposed to it.
Morell, it's been fun. Really. But I need a bath, and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologise, Geary. You've been more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of Sue's Reinty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
Have you noticed anything off about your friend Gary?
No. No, of course not. Why?
Are you sure?
Well,
yeah.
He's been a little unenthusiastic about the trip. More so than usual. But that's understandable. He just wants to get home and warm up.
I don't think it's that.
He doesn't want to say it, but this is unusual. Gary's been to the jungle with him, to places way more challenging than the coast. Why so eager to go home?
Something's up with Gary. Also, why's Gary your boy so much? Something is definitely up with Gary. Okay. Let me think. Right, we gotta talk to Cuno, but I think we gotta talk to Gary first. Oh, okay. We have 2 composure checks. Smoker on the balcony and Gary. Oh. Well, we can't do that one anymore. Unfortunately. Let's see.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Oh, God. So bad. We've got no bonuses.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Might as well, because I think we'll have to put another point into composure to try the Gary check.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
Shut up, Gary.
I mean, officers.
Ugh.
Once more, you hear that odd clicking sound coming from Gary.
I had my thought about what it was. That was disproven last time. Not great. Not great at all. Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do about that. I'm gonna have to try at least, you know what I mean? So that's a little bit of a boost to composure. I'm thinking we don't have any other boosts, but, you know me, I can never remember this sort of thing. No. We're really maxing out all our motoring skills. Well, let's give it a shot. Let's go talk to the smoker first.
Hi again, Gendarme.
17%. Since we've got both the checks here. What is it about the way he carries himself?
It's the sports. He's a sports guy.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
I definitely don't think it's the sports. Alright. Let's go talk to Gary over here.
Always a pleasure to... I mean...
Once more, you hear that odd clicking sound coming from Gary.
That's better. Come on.
Okay, he keeps shifting uncomfortably, but you can't make it.
Screw it. One last chance. Come on, one last chance. That's, I think, opened up both of the checks we just tried. Oh, hello.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
Oh, great. I know there are thoughts due to my changing skills. There's a lack of magnesium in me?
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
Oh, is that right? So I need to mag it up.
You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
You're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form?
Yes. If you want to live,
what?
You need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system.
What sort of thought is that?
Hear that? Magnesium.
Oh.
That's what you're... Yes.
Oh.
You need to get... Yes.
Uh-oh. Go away, please. Magnesium-based life form. My goodness. What even is this thought? Okay. I don't think I'm going to take this. I will say, I was looking through my thoughts and thinking about which one I wanted to take. Because I've sort of been saving it, but I'm like, I should take one eventually. And I'm thinking, I do like the sound of Precarious World. However, that's a really bad research bonus. Temporary research bonus. Since, I think we've done the dancing, I don't need to take any of the club ones. I was thinking, the other one I was thinking about was White Morning. And remote viewers, but maybe more White Morning, because as y'all know, I've been interested in anything weird, anything pale, and anything related to our past. And I think we got this one a while ago, but I believe this is related to our past. Now, I don't want to take it right now, because it gives me -1 authority, which makes me a little nervous, because we need that for some important checks. But I think I might take that maybe once we're done with Gary here. So I reckon I may have to use authority while I'm talking to him.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
Oh my goodness. Here, I'm gonna reload quickly and see if I can get that thought to go away. Alright, I had to load a little bit back because when I reloaded my quick save, Gary had straight up vanished from this spot. So we have both of these composure checks to try again. I've made a real effort not to save scum, but this has sort of happened inadvertently. I did not intend it this way.
Always a pleasure to...
So,
once more, you hear
we'll try
that
this
odd
again.
clicking sound coming from Gary.
But we've got one more composure slot. I reloaded. It was like, Gary is gone. It's like, okay, we're gonna have to go back a little bit. So we'll try this again. Nope.
Okay.
Alright, same results, same results. Let's try with the smoker here.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground?
What does that mean? Okay, so we're trying to work out what is up with the smoker on the balcony. We actually got a success this time.
Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes.
I don't know if that's how you should talk about it.
Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
Okay, come on. I gotta bring it up. Are you part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground?
It's quite a question.
Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yes. I want to hear more about this homosexual underground you're part of.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A sub rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
But why do you convene? What do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning. The last things people in Revachol have to hold on to. The true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father. Their marriage.
That's funny.
Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
Does this have anything to do with disco?
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco.
Good.
Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold.
Of course, he's sort of, in a satirical manner, referring to the, I guess, conservative boogeyman of the gay agenda, or whatever.
We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature. Very esoteric.
I like disco. Maybe I should get into it.
You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement or forever excluded from it.
What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact that I like disco?
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed.
I mean, we certainly had a female partner in the past, but I guess we could be bisexual. We can't rule that out.
I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive I can't understand what's going on here. Look.
Well, I don't think that's related to my sexuality. That's just my brain generally. This is gonna be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least.
Absolutely wonderful.
What a thought.
A man like you can figure out his sexuality in a working day. It won't be 20 hours unless you want to enter the heightened realms of the phantasme erotique afterwards. It may be 20 hours or more, but that would be on your own time.
So,
bye-bye, gendarme.
You telling me... Oh my goodness. 8 hours, but if I want to do more, it's going to take me 20 hours? Homosexual underground, what a thought. Well, we've got a new thought to potentially take. I was just talking about how I was going to take white morning. I probably will still take that, but I'm tempted. You see mysterious strangers in the night, leaning against unlit doorways, engaged in hushed conversation. A shadowy cabal exchanging looks, whispering in dark alleys and unmarked locales. A radical cell conspiring against the state, and perhaps even against man and woman. Was that a secret handshake? What's going on? Who are these secretive people? How will they accomplish their sinister and world-altering goals? And more importantly, are you one of them? You could be. Maybe you forgot. Wow, so is this an 8 hours thought to just work out our sexuality? I love that. Maybe... I'm wondering if there's any thoughts that I could forget. Maybe... I don't want to get rid of any of the weird stuff or any of the commie stuff. Nah, I gotta keep Hobocop. Maybe Guillaume Le Million? Maybe? Maybe volumetric shit compressor? I don't really want to forget any of them, but I've got, like, decision paralysis or whatever. There's so many good thoughts. I think I'm still oriented towards White Morning, but, you know, I've been given something to think about. Alright, Gary. Back to Gary.
Always a pleasure. I mean...
Once more, you hear that
right.
clicking.
Sorry, I forgot. I think Gary would hate that conversation I just had. Alright, Gary. We're gonna try this one last time. Yeah, if this doesn't work, then that's it. I'm pretty sure he's got some of that ceramic armor.
Hear that?
Discard, I don't want that thought. We heard it, it's fine.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
Am I...
I mean...
Once more, you hear that odd clicking sound.
We're in gear, right? Yeah, I've got the glasses on. Alrighty.
Always a pleasure. I mean...
Once more, you hear that odd clicking sound coming from Gary.
Okay, Gary.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Fantastic. I'm really glad we got this, and I'm pretty sure I know what he's got underneath. He's got that chest plate.
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other.
Yep.
Resembling pearls or marbles. Stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
You little shithead. You little shit. I mean, it was pretty... Well, I had my first thought about what he might have had, but after that, I was like, oh, it's probably the ceramic armor. I mean, they gave us some hints, but... I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear. You're not gonna wriggle your way out of this one.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was...
What a bitch.
I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
Hand it over.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Okay.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
I took the hangman's cuirass. I didn't mean to.
What does that mean, Gary?
God damn it, Gary.
Yeah, you're in trouble, buddy. But if you give me that armor, then, you know.
I know.
Shame on you. Give the cuirass to the officer at once.
The woman looks at you, her eyes soft and pleading. Okay, so she wants Gary to get off scot-free.
Gary didn't mean to interfere with your investigation officers. He's just thick-headed and poor as dirt. But he's always helped us, given us a place to stay. And he's followed Morell into God knows what jungles.
How are y'all so close to Gary? He seems like a real piece of work. I mean, I've talked to him for a few minutes. I really didn't like him. Maybe I'm missing a big part of his character, but, well, first of all, his title, not good. But I don't know how y'all are so close to this guy.
He's a loyal friend.
Give me the armor.
He sighs again.
Yes!
Hangs his head and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Yeah, you're not the guy who's gonna collect the armor pieces, Gary. I am. Not the boots, because I let them go back to the department. But I'm not letting Kim send this back. I'm keeping it. This time, I really want it. I think, at that time, I was like, alright. But now I've got the gloves, I've got an itch for collecting.
But so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
But I also see it depends on how it matches up to my current gear. So why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here.
Oh my god, Gary's just like the average Twitter user these days.
Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning, no one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
Were you gonna cry, Gary? I'm not gonna arrest him. Probably. Maybe I will, I don't know. We'll see what Kim has to say.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
My inclination is not to punish too harshly, even though I don't like the guy.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Seolite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
This is so stupid. This is so stupid. So Gary's like, I'm so sorry I called you that. But is it because it was disrespectful, or, racist, or because Gary suddenly realized the value of equality? Of course not. It's due to some weird race history thing. Well, Seolite officers commanded the suzerain's navy, and they sided with the king, so I shouldn't have said that. Like, Gary, this makes no sense.
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly.
Yeah, Gary's one of these, like, American, or, Western, often American, like, far-right types, who's, very racist, but is like, I really like what Japan's doing. They've got a really homogenous society. And you're like, what sort of weird mental gymnastics are you pulling here?
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
Yeah, I guess he's not impressed, but also, Kim is a consummate professional. He is so professional that if he was bothered, he usually doesn't let it show. Well, I guess the one real beef Kim had was with that racist lorry driver, so... why'd you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but...
Yep.
He's a scaredy cat.
That's true. I seriously doubt Gary knows anything about it, but you know who killed the hangman?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
Yeah, we're already far beyond that explanation, but I don't think he knows.
This is all he knows.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
No, we don't even have the option to punish him. Like I said, I probably wouldn't have done anyway. That's not my personal inclination. Well, Gary, I hope to never see you again. to put it simply. Alright, let's put these boots back on. We'll take these damn glasses off. Oh, interesting. So, oh, that's a replacement for my shirt? I'm putting it on. Oh, interesting. But I'm putting it on for sure. What does it look like with the jacket off? Whoa! Dudes, I'm getting decked out. I mean, I'm not getting the boots. Man, I'm wishing I stole them now. But, whatever, it's fine. I'm not getting the boots, but I might get the leggings or the pants or whatever. So, that's still a possibility. So, +1 pain threshold, +1 volition, -1 empathy versus +1 drama. That's probably better. Fits under your coat. My goodness. Our drama suffered a little bit, but that's not so bad. We've got a high volition. What was it? Pain threshold it boosted? Yeah. We'll even... I don't like to waste points, but... just to keep everything even, you know what I mean? Okay. Well, I think that's everybody in here. Although I wanted to... let's go talk to Klaasje for a moment. Because we found that her passport was not there. So let's get ready for her to lie to us again. As she often does. Doubt there's anything new in here. I like it. Maybe, now that I think about it, should I be wearing the armor? I'm one of the cops on the case. I guess I've been wearing the gloves for a while now. I just hadn't thought about it. I'm one of the cops on the case. I'm walking around wearing the armor of the dead man. That's a little bit weird, is it not? Oh well. Too bad. Hello, Klaasje.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
I like that second option. Well, we'll get to that. I found your buoy. It was empty, just seawater.
Oh.
Did you take the document?
No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
I mean, I just never know if you're lying, girl.
She doesn't seem to be lying.
Shut up.
She's genuinely spooked by their disappearance.
I'll file this under a theft of some kind.
Thank you, but actually, now that I think about it, you mentioned seawater. I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch mechanism. The documents were probably just washed away.
Oh, so you're coming out with another lie to replace your first lie. What am I supposed to believe here?
The words, washed away, sound distant and strange suddenly. Somewhere far away, a dog barks.
Why do I feel like you've won here?
I really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time.
She smiles, a bitter little smile. She means it.
This turned out, well, it didn't really turn out well. Look, I mean, I don't know about that. Maybe I believe her there. I think she's a absolute liar, and she's trying to, I don't know what she's trying to do, really. Clearly escape responsibility for something, but I don't know if what she told us is true or not. I've got no idea. But I don't know if she's really, won in the sense that she probably is having a bad time. Fair enough.
How well could it have turned out for me? I mean...
The rain falls on her shoulders, tinting her blonde hair light brown. It smells of industrial pollution and brine.
Yeah, I think, yeah, she lies a bunch, but I don't think, you could just judge from her situation. I don't think things are really going well for her.
I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for, I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility.
Interesting. What are you contained for, then?
For my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person.
Yeah, okay. Classic vague answer.
For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on.
This all turned out well enough for you. You somehow managed to not become a suspect.
Did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me then?
Because I'm suspicious.
What I managed was to get him killed. I understand that.
The lieutenant looks away, over the railing. He feels uncomfortable with this conversation. He doesn't know what to add.
Yeah, because I'm just venting, basically. It's hard to know what to believe and what to know when someone's such a liar. You lose all trust, right? Something seems off with this theory I've developed about Ruby.
I don't know what to say.
It all seems fortuitous for you.
None of this is fortuitous for me.
Well, whatever.
She nods, slowly, carefully even. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous.
Great. That doesn't make things any better. Okay, so... well, whatever. I feel I was already pretty clear with Klaasje that I'm extraordinarily suspicious, even though I agreed not to turn her in. I guess I just made that even more clear. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything from her. I don't think I will, frankly, but, you know. Alright, let's go talk to Cuno. That'll be a more rewarding conversation, surely. I always like to go back to young Cuno. Hello, Cuno. Oh, there we go.
Fuck does Cuno care?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about missing locusts, would you?
No, Cuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Ah.
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
Okay, so y'all stole the trap, eh?
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Cuno's newfound lameness.
What's this about?
Deny everything, Cuno. You need to lawyer up.
What were you doing so far on the other end of town?
Cuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
Lame. That rings some bells. Could this be connected to Night City? AKA, the City of Rage?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty lame. Sounds like art.
Cuno, is this about Rage City?
Oh god, Cuno, no! It's gonna happen now. They're gonna make you lame.
Stop it, see. No one's gonna make anyone lame. Cuno's got this under control.
Oh, do you, Cuno?
There's definitely something going on here. You should check out Cuno's shack, the one with the pig's head.
Cuno doesn't fucking care.
Okay, I mean, we've been in Cuno's shack before. Local kids might know. What? Cuno S? What maybe we gotta go back down to the other town. What am I supposed to be seeing? God damn it, Cuno.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows.
Okay, so you've made a little home for the locusts. Well, we know how the locusts ended up here then. I guess it was not the phasmid.
Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
Unfortunately so.
Of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Precisely what I was thinking.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
You think the Insulindian phasmid is nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Cuno. The phasmid doesn't exist.
No, Kim, no!
But what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
Yeah, I mean, the presence of the phasmid is seeming pretty unlikely. Alright, well, we'll talk to Cuno.
I'll let you handle the Cuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
Hey, you know, I think I'm done pretty alright with Cuno throughout the game. I also just think about what else we have to do while we're here. Maybe I want to check in with Everard again. I don't know if I'm ever going to get a chance to ask her about this. I don't want to do this thing, you know, I don't want to be a lackey for Everard, but I'd like to maybe talk to him one more time. Read about cockatoos. Ah, the working class woman. How far we've come. Alright. Let's go talk to Cuno first. Cuno.
Fuck does Cuno care?
Yeah, so I know you took the locusts from the traps that the cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Cuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
I want to say this, but I think I've got a read on Cuno here, which is you say you don't give a fuck about bugs, then you go and build a whole bug town?
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
No, they are biblical.
Stop!
Oh, Cuno's become lame.
Locusts coming down like a shadow. This must be the night city he mentioned when you asked him where he's been.
Wow. It really all came back around, huh? So that in there is Night City.
Yeah, Locust City. City of rage. City of lights.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination.
I mean, I do wish you hadn't sold the locusts, but this is maybe one of the less harmful things you've ever done, Cuno. Building a little bug town for bugs, you know.
The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
I mean, you can tell it's good because Cuno hates it, and she's a terrible influence.
The lameness is causing her physical pain. The damage may be permanent.
City of Rage sounds like a cool place.
Cuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're
an artist. Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Ah, maybe Cuno's turned a new leaf.
Did he just say I? Cuno usually calls Cuno, Cuno.
Hold on, did I hear you right? You said I.
Cuno made Cuno. Cuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig. I fucking say I when I wanna, and Cuno when I wanna. Cuno's free. Cuno's free to fucking die, bitch.
Alright, I believe you.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
Nod.
Making art is a worthy calling. I'm something of an artist myself.
Oh my god, Cuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let him, Cuno.
I think we're already there, Cuno S.
Yo, fuck you, see?
Whoa.
Cuno can be what Cuno wants to be. Cuno's his own man. Cuno's free.
He tears at the buttons of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give way. My goodness, this poor malnourished child. Yeah, but he's free now.
Cuno made himself into Cuno. Cuno can make himself into anything. Cuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Cuno can make himself into a... Cuno doesn't give a shit.
Okay, no slurs on my crime scene, but I get the point.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Cuno. You'll have to take me away.
Whoa, we're coming to an impasse.
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window. So that's what this is about.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Should I side with Cuno? Me and Cuno have discussed this. I promise I won't do that.
I don't believe you.
For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation. You got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
Alright. I'm not really sure there's much to take control over, but I need you to stop taking locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Cuno.
I have to ask, what does the city of locusts mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Cuno just likes to focus. Cuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck. Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Cuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
I'm sorry, Cuno, it already was. What's gonna happen to the locusts?
Cuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Oh, come on, Cuno, you were turning a new leaf. Alrighty, well, I'd better be off.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
I'll tell him. The Insulindian phasmid.
He recognizes the name.
You know what the Insulindian phasmid is?
Bitches think Cuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Cuno's tired of this shit.
There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
Uh-oh. There's some tension here. I want to see if Cuno S has anything new to say.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
I don't think so. I think, I remember last time we talked to her and she basically wouldn't let us talk. So I doubt there's really an opportunity to speak to her now. Alright, Morell. Well, unfortunately, I found the culprit.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
I don't want to burst your bubble. Also, I'm curious about question 6, but first of all, I had a chat with this kid Cuno. He promised to stop stealing the locusts.
So it was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
Well, I don't know if it's good news, but...
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone.
Ooh.
A hidden worry. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Cuno kid, or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Ooh, I wonder what.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
Whoa.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
What about the phasmid?
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season, when it's warmer.
I can't give up now. I just can't. We've come too far to quit. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this.
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast.
Sorry, kid.
But after this...
He wants to see this tale through as much as you. Otherwise, he'd have stopped this already. But he cannot let it drag out after this.
Okay, I understand that.
Really? It's too much, officer.
Well, better me than you, Morell.
What Morell means is we're grateful for your help.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery.
Uh-huh.
I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
Great.
This would show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about
Yeah, that's right. Did you know Gary was hiding the armor?
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks.
Quirks?
But dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
Quirks, is that what you'd call it?
I don't know what got into him, officer. Thank you for letting him off easy. He won't forget it. We'll make sure he won't.
Alright, well, maybe you can steer him in a better direction. Because I'm not a fan of Gary. Okay, we've got more traps. Nice. Nice. Oh my goodness. I should... I was thinking of putting another point into empathy to boost it back to where it was. Just to offset the armor. Which, you know what? Screw it. Let's do that. Empathy's back up. Oh. Good try with Tommy again, huh? Oh, Tommy. Yeah, he's, not such a fan of me. After that one conversation we had. And of course, all that still hasn't come to fruition, right? I mean, we're still looking for Ruby.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
Shut up. You're already a bad person. You don't get turned into one. That's not how it works. Low check. Won't even try it. So, like I said, I want to go check in with Everard real quick. I was reminded due to that quest we have. I'm not opening the door for him because I'm not doing his dirty work. However, I will go and see if he's got anything else to say. Well, I was going to say I'm doubtful, but why should I be? Maybe he'll have something else to add, but also maybe not. Either is possible. Oh yeah, and we've got this weird shipping container, don't we? Oh, that's nice. I forgot about this. Didn't we have to, like, convince it to open or something?
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
You know what? Rhetoric? I think we've got some rhetoric boosting gear. Perhaps. We've got a decent chance. And if not, we can bump some points into it. Something I'm realizing is that what's important, or not, I've realized this, I haven't just realized it, to be clear. I realized it with motorics in particular. It's not just how high a level your skills are, but it's also the cap. The cap is so important, because with my blue and purple skills, the cap is so big that what that means is we have so many chances to try checks, white checks, again and again and again. Whereas we've had some close calls with physique and motorics checks, especially, look at our motorics filling up, because we've had to max out our skills to try and get those checks. There's far less leeway. What am I looking for? Rhetoric? Any rhetoric? Oh, yeah. Our commie shirt. Oh, wow. Instead of our armor. There. I'm gonna manage my inventory a little bit. Oh, that's -1 rhetoric. Alright, well, it's not a great chance, but...
You're back before the cargo container.
Nah.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Alright. I'm not gonna try it again, just because I've been using my points a little bit loosely. However, maybe I'll, if we get a chance to increase our rhetoric, I'll try it again. But I'll leave it for now. Let's go check in with old Everard. Plus, we've got those traps to set up. What? I don't know. Let's see what I was talking about. Hey, Everard. Anything new?
Mr. Dubois, every worker
is a living god.
Mr. Dubois, so be it. How can I help you today?
Okay. Some more options. I've just finished investigating the local drug trade, Everard.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder.
Phony?
I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
Actually, Revachol doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him. Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
That's what you get with Everard. I don't know what this refers to. But I'll say it. I did it, Everard. I turned it off.
What?
Oh, oh, this! That was a while ago. The Shady Brew. You told me to make it even shadier. I didn't. It had alcohol in it. Now there's no alcohol.
Did I? Well done then, Harry. I like not knowing about it, and I'm sure you made the right call. I spend the whole day delegating tasks, and it's a great relief to see people taking initiative.
Great.
I don't even want to know what all of that means. Brew, shady, alcohol, turned off. I'm gonna let the world surprise me. See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
A pleasure as always, Everard. And by that, I mean, it's, never really nice to talk to you. I have to be honest. So, no fast travel in here. What are these checks do we... Oh, Cockatoo. Oh, right. We have to talk to her at some point. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure any of these checks I'm really itching to do before we move on. So let us make our way out of the harbor first. Okay. Maybe I'll get some more. I mean, I've got a lot of healing charges, but why not get a few more? Yeah, I've got a lot of money right now. Might as well use it. Just because I really get myself into situations sometimes. You know me. Sometimes the game is like, I'm punishing you by hurting you. That means you shouldn't do what you're doing. And do I listen? No, I do not listen. So let's make sure we've got plenty of healing for the future. What's that over here?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicines.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste make. Okay, here. I hope Saint. Okay, here.
Alright, I mean, we are loaded up. Do we have any more bottles to...
The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the
Hey,
machine.
nice. Very nice. Alrighty. Trying to think if there's anything else I should do. Maybe I'll go check with Shilang. If he's got any other goods for us. We had a couple of boxes of, well, junk, frankly. Not to be harsh.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
These pants are so bad. What is that? Composure? Alright, let me put my nice shoes on. That'll help me for this check. Try it again.
Keep coming back. That's good.
Something cold grazes
Nice.
your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker.
Okay.
Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof.
Whoa.
And sport. All in different typefaces. Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you.
Oh, interesting.
Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Well, we'll see what that means in terms of stats, but I do not want to deaden my senses to the world around me.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Well, maybe I'm gonna need this money at some point.
Gotta prepare for...
I've gotten high on spending, but I think I'm gonna take it. Not to wear all the time, but sometimes you have composure checks, so I can use this to boost that. But yeah, my shivers is my favorite skill, so I will not be using it on the regular.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, Perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers. Ultra series.
Okay.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Well, we've got ourselves a boombox, so let's look at the sneakers.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Hey, we can match our track pants.
Dedicated, victorious, sporty. These found sneakers are a must-have for a track and field legend.
Oh, is that us?
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers.
What?
Super rare, super fine, super cool.
50?
Only 50 real.
That's too much even for me.
Only? That's madness.
Nah, I don't think so. Look, those are pretty good. You know, +1 reaction, +1 hand-eye. But that's really expensive slang. +1 perception. I mean, they're good. Do we have anything else we can sell? Don't want to sell the old gun because it's relevant to the dang case. Yeah, not really. Okay, well, we'll leave those for now. Maybe I'll come back for them.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Oh, interesting. Amphibian sports visor. Okay. With that 50 real purchase, I've come back to Earth with the money. I'm like, all right, maybe we should be a little more sensible. Do I want to spend 6 real for +1 perception? My perception's already pretty good. There, I know we can boost our conceptualization quickly. What is it with this shirt right here? Did we have any other conceptualization boosting gear? I don't think so. We have so much, plus we have so much gear at this point. There's just a lot of, oh yeah, we do actually. A lot of mixing and matching to be done. I like the little ding we get whenever we move the armor. Alright, well that should help.
The shine on these sunglasses
Nope.
lasts.
No, no.
Alright.
Oh, that visor is perfect.
Yeah.
Like
Put it back. Alright. I think I've had enough of the miscellaneous shopping. I see that little... How do I get over there? I can see there's a little bubble over there. Footfall within. Not human. Oh, probably like a dog. Yeah, you know it's but a dog, yeah. When they said not human, my first thought was, oh, some sort of supernatural creature. And then I was like, no, it's probably just a dog. Or someone's cat or something. Let's stop in the bookstore, why not? See if any of these two have anything else to say. Just for old time's sake.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
No, I'm sort of, as you can see, I'm trying to sort of wrap things up here real quick before we, well, go and check for the phasmid again. And then, you know, we're gonna have to truly search for Ruby. I've got to read about cockatoos.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Nothing new. Alrighty. Alright. Let's head back down the coast. So I think we just have to go down to the traps we saw again. First, restock the trap you left empty before. So the one at the camp. I assume that's what it means by that. Alrighty. Let's go around here. What is this? Did we see this before? I guess not. There's always little secrets hiding around the corner, I have to say.
The trap stands empty near the reeds.
Alright.
No, the locusts, dazed from being transported, they're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good, now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to. But if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track.
Okay.
This better be it.
I guess I'll leave it here for now, Kim. Okay. Gotta go back to the whirling. My goodness. A lot of back and forth. I guess this is why they added fast travel into the game. Because if you had to run back and forth, that would, I think, get pretty frustrating after a while. Come on. Give me fast travel back. I still haven't quite worked out when I'm able and not able to use it, though. There we go. Gonna speak to Lena again. I'm glad we worked out that thing with Gary. Because he was trying to get out of there. Because he knew he was guilty as hell. Oh, Morell is gone.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
Restock that empty trap. Where's Morell?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her.
Morell still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
Don't be a dickhead about it. Come on. It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
Well, I don't think I'm young, but younger than you or Morell, I guess.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
Something happened to Morell? How sick is he? So, who's gonna check the traps?
Morell will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Come on, Kim. You can't. Kim literally gave us that this is the last thing we're gonna do. Something tells me it's up to me again. Maybe last time I went in with a lot of optimism. Maybe I can sort of slow roll this one a little bit.
No, you don't have to do that. Enough of this fool's errand. Morell will do it. Or Gary. You have work to do. I've wasted enough of everyone's time.
I mean, to be fair, I've spent a lot of my day now hunting for this phasmid, and we do have a pretty important case, but I'm committed to the phasmid hunting.
Be real. Gary is not going to help with this.
No, of course not. Sorry, Kim.
That really is too
Sorry,
much,
Kim.
sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Am I?
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
Lena, what's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
You seem like you've given up on the phasmid.
I'm in doubt, sweetie. That's all. Everyone is now and then.
You're in doubt? About what?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
Despite everything, I am a police officer.
And when a police officer asks, you must answer.
Well, you really mustn't, but...
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream?
Well, I mean, I think it's possible.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
Right, and you've been telling this story for years, and now everything's really wrapped up in it. You know, your life, your and Morell's careers? I guess this is his career. I don't know if this is your career, Lena. But you can't... You're dug in deep. It's sort of hard to get out now. But Morell told me you'd seen it. You also told me.
Morell's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
So she is, pretty doubtful. I should arrest you for lying. You saying you made it up?
No, at least I don't think I did, but Morell was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence.
Some of you might be saying, like, well, how would you not know if you made it up or you didn't? But, honestly, you know, sometimes you tell yourself a story, and, well, first of all, even, like, the real memories, the real events we live through, they become memories. We narrativize them. We tell stories about them. And that changes how you interpret them in your brain. This is how, you know, something might happen. You might remember it very differently years down the line. Sometimes that might happen with an entire event, or maybe it's something she imagined as a kid, and over the years she's narrativized it, the story, and at this point, I'm not surprised that she can't necessarily tell, did this really happen, or is this something I made up? I've told it so many times, the memory, or the story's gone around in my head so much, she doesn't know if it's real or not.
That I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief made me believe too.
Right, and of course the encouragement from Morell would only make her more likely to keep it going.
That I am a queen, an extraordinary witness to grace.
Well, you're a queen, Lena, whether, you know, you saw the phasmid or not.
But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it.
Right.
But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything. He's hiding. These things are tough on him. Matters of love, not violence or deceit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Kim has got, yeah, that is interesting. That's true. Kim can struggle with that type of thing. First, yeah, look, I think this is an important thing. Whether or not this is true, or a memory, or a dream, there's a lot more to your marriage than just this story.
An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care. All qualities these two seem to share in abundance.
Right. Look, wrong or not, your relationship with Morell isn't just about the phasmid.
But it is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple.
First of all, there's nothing pathetic about it. But second of all, an old couple. You've been together for years. You've done everything together. You know, this is... Yeah, I don't... You've got a lot more than just this phasmid.
If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
That's funny. Normally, when I think about stuff like women... Okay, no. And marriage, I feel bad. When I think about you and Morell, I feel okay. That counts for something, no?
Oh, of course it counts for something. But we've had our hard times too. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived. On our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story...
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
I don't know if this is true, but I think he'd still be into you. That's not how these things work.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time.
Yeah, this is a little sad.
What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist.
No!
Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
Look, thing is, you're not sure you made it up either.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
Right.
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent god.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morell is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Oh, man. Is this it for Lena and Morell? Sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered.
Whoa.
And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
Alright, well, I want to check on the traps one more time for, I guess, old time's sake.
Really?
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morell.
No one can stop you from finding the phasmid.
Yeah. Can I have your address, just in case there's news?
Okay. It's 1113 Tabernacle Road. Jamrock, but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Well, who knows? Well, be careful out there, Lena.
You too, sweetie. Thank you for everything, truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
She's probably right, but we don't know.
A waste of time. A dream.
A dream.
A fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine enters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's raining.
Well, talk about clearing up loose ends. Got Morell and Gary back. Gary moved as quickly as possible. Morell's gone. Lena's gone. Everyone's leaving me. Not again.
We should go too.
Yeah.
Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the fell.
Okay.
Rattling dusty windows, beckoning with strange coldness. To ask the wind once more.
I understand. I understand the point being made. They're saying, get the hell back over there. Alright, one last thing I want to do today. One last thing is to read... Which is it? A Guide to Cockatoos. Just to find out if it is our, heraldic bird. And then I'll end this episode up. And then next time, we can truly continue with finding Ruby.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Sounds like me.
This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
So, what problems do these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk, and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
It'd be nice to have someone to talk to when feeling lonely.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Sounds like us. Right, pretty bad. Anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
Yeah, but there has to be something great about cockatoos.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels. Ouch. That must hurt. Not great for the neighbors. Performing? Yes, birdie.
Alright, let's read about the funeral cockatoo.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it.
Okay, what about the major majestic cockatoo?
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature.
I'm trying to think, which one is us? We're a little ominous, frankly.
In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species.
We're pretty bold.
It must be glorious to behold, dark pink and snow white.
Alright, what about the most common bang bang cockatoo?
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly grey and white. The Seminoles name, bang bang, is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins.
Maybe this does sound a little bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Yeah, I think we might be the funeral cockatoo. Only it can truly grasp the depths of my doom-laden soul.
You're right. You're Cetarchus venereus embodied. This ominous bird belongs on your heraldry.
Right. Well, that was a good use of time. Alrighty. Yes?
Tremble. The time is now. Ta'ola.
Sorry, what time?
Time for the show. For Ta'ola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration.
What?
The countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream.
Whenever I get one of these thoughts, I'm like, okay, either I've hit some sort of trigger, or I've upgraded a skill, or it's a dialogue choice. This one seems to be due to my dialogue choices. Ta'ola, what's that?
Ulogu theodos. Xeno zausin. Ipoli osidien. Echondes fronisin.
Oh my goodness. When did this countdown begin?
Monday morning.
Oh.
The moment you arrive in this reality are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread.
That seems bad. This is because of the insane world-ending stuff I've been saying, isn't it?
Yes, you spoke the words of the palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is why you marked yourself.
Am I sure it's not just a joke or some kind of coping mechanism?
It's totally also a coping mechanism.
We're pretty ominous. Yeah, no, I'll opt in.
The face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We all become vapor.
Top of the apocalypse. How about that? Great, another option. Getting harder and harder to choose which thought I want. End in the world. Okay. I still think I'll probably take White Morning, because this seems like another sort of, what is it called? Type of cop. And we've got many of those thoughts. I think we're, well, Hobo Cop and Sorry Cop, I think it was. Anyway, another one of these. How about that? Okay. Anything from you, Kim?
Yes?
Nothing new. Hey, Kim, let's have a chat. I always like to have a little chat between us. Alright, I think I'll end this episode here. Frankly, every episode I'm like, maybe this will be a shorter one. It never really is a shorter one. There's always a lot to do. So, I think we've wrapped up about every loose end I had in my mind. Feel free to share any more. Doesn't mean I'll do them, to be clear. I do what I want. But you can always share things with me. No, of course, no spoilers or anything. But hey, you guys have been good with that, I gotta say. There hasn't been any terrible backseating or anything. People have given some nice but subtle pieces of advice. No one's done any spoiling, so good job, everybody. I know that's a lot worse when people stream games rather than do a Let's Play like this. Anyway, my intent next episode, and I think whatever else we do, what we are going to do, is go into Feld Electrical. Try to truly find Ruby, and maybe bring this case to a head. I don't know. I guess we'll see. That's some pretty exciting stuff. If you guys enjoyed this one, you can leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you guys are all having a great day today, and I will see you all again next time. Goodbye.